Good afternoon, one and all. I welcome all of you to the lecture Advanced Software
Good
Engineering and
afternoon, sir.
Technology. Good afternoon. In previous lecture, we have discussed about the event classes.
Good
E-
afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. In previous lecture, we already discussed about event classes, event and messages. In that, we have taken one example of simple watch and the message which is started by the watch user. Press button. Press button is the stimuli which is initiated by the watch user, and that stimuli again is the instance of watch. So the such type of event is event class. We can say that is the event class, and event which is the instances of event class means event, and the message which will transfer from one object to another object, that is the message. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss about the object oriented modeling. The application domain represent all aspect of user's problem. Application domain represent the user's problem. This include the physical environment, the users and other people, their work processes, and so on. Application domains means the actually the people's work there. That is the application domain. Means process of work, the working task of a people, or the how people's work, that all are the applications domain. It is critical for analysis and developers to understand the application domain for a system to accomplish its intent task effectively. It is very critical to analyze the developer. As a developer, suppose we are a developer, and it is very difficult to us to understand the application domain, how people working, how their tasks they performing, how systems working. All these are the applications domain to accomplish its intended task effectively. Our goal, our objectives is to do that task effectively. Which application domain, though that is a critical or difficult. Note that the application domain change over time. According to the time, the application domain always changes as a work process, and the people change also. uh, if we change the staff of our company, then that application domain means their work will change according to the people, according to the work, according to the time. That application domain always changes. The solution domain is modeling space. Another is the solution domain, application domain, and for that we have to give the solution. That is, solution domain is the modeling space of all possible system. Solution domains means modeling space for all possible system. Modeling is a solution domain. Represent system design, object design activities of the development process. Solution domain is the system design as well as object design. The solution domain model is much richer and more volatile than the application domain model. In solution domain we provide very rich solution than the application domain. In application domain we properly not understand actually problem, but for that we have to give very precious, very rich solution. Suppose someone want our software, but he as a client will not able to explain which type of software he required. But as a solution, as an engineer, software engineer, we will provide him a very good solution, so that is very richer and more volatile than the application domain model. This is because the system is usually modeled in much more detail than the application domain. Is this presentation visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Emerging technologies, also called as technology enabler, a deeper understanding of the implementation technology by the developers and changes in requirement trigger changes to solution domain model. You see, uh, our technology is rapidly changing. To understand that technology, implement technology by the developers and change required very fast in solution domain. As technology changes, we have to cope up with the technology, which is the coming technology. Suppose nowadays people want a smart home. In a home, there people want to connect their AC, TV to the mobile phone, fan, and all the devices which are the home appliances. They want to connect all that appliances to the mobile phone, means IoT based application required. So we have to we have to make change very fast, very rapidly into that technology, to cope up that technology. Note that the deployment of the system can change the application domain as user develop new work process to accommodate the system. According to the user's need, we have to make changes into the development process, and we have to adopt that and give the solution to the application domain of the user. You see, the object oriented analysis is concerned with modeling the application domain. Object oriented analysis is concerned with the application domain. You have to keep in mind this line. There may be the filling the blank is concerned with modeling application domain. What is that? Object oriented analysis. Object oriented analysis is the concern with modeling application domain. And another is object oriented design. It's concerned with modeling with solution domain. Analysis is application domain and design is the solution domain. Both the modeling activities use the same representation. In both these modeling activity, we will use same representation like classes and objects. In object analysis and design, the application domain model is also part of the system model. In object oriented design, there are also both solution domain as well as application domain model will take a part into the design. For example, an air traffic control system has a traffic control class to represent individual users. Here is a traffic control class. In this figure, their preference and log information. The system also has an aircraft class to represent information associated with the uh, track aircraft. Traffic controller and aircraft are application domain concept that are encoded into the system that is given into the figure 2.12. This figure, the application domain model, represent entities of the environment that are relevant to an air traffic control system. This is the example of air traffic control system. Example, aircraft traffic controller. Air traffic controller is the air traffic system. The system model represent entities that are part of the system. This is system model and this is air traffic control model. Example, map display, flight plan database. Note that the object-oriented analysis and design, the application domain model is a part of a system model. The system model refine the application domain model to include solution domain concept such as summary display, map display, and the uh, flight plan database. For detail that is given into the next chapter, but you have to keep in mind solution domain concept is the summary display, map display, flight database, traffic control. This is the traffic control is the part of also of this solution domain, and this is the application domain. For understanding purpose, this is difficult as suppose requirement elicitation for we went at the airport or the expert. At that time it was difficult to us to implement this model because the application domain is always difficult. Once you provide the solution to that system, then it will easy to us as well as to the client to understand as well as to use that technology. So in application domain model, you see the traffic controller and aircraft, traffic controller, airport, flight plan, all this information is required. And in solution domain, we have connected all these information, means we have a flight controller, we have flight controller information into the flight plan database, and flight control we can perform from our database. For that we have a summary. We will display the summary which flight will come into the which airport and which time. All that we will be control because we have a database into our solution domain, and also we have a map on which airline which flight will be fly. That information we have stored into our flight database, so it is easy to implement and give the information to the client. How we have stored all the information into the our database. You see this database, this database of flight plan. So modeling the application domain and the solution domain with a single notation has advantage and disadvantage. There are some advantages and disadvantages of the application domain modeling in single notation. One of on the other hand, it can be powerful. Solution domain classes that represent application concept can be traced back to the application domain. Moreover, these classes can be encapsulated into the subsystem independent of other implementation concept. Example, user interface and database technology, and the packages into the reusable toolkit of the domain classes. You see, uh, solution domain with single notation has advantages and disadvantages. Also, it provide powerful solution domain classes that represent application concept. We have to you see here you will get the application concept, how that software will work, how data we have stored, and for what. For suppose we want to display the map, we will be able to display the map. We want to find the summary of the flights, we can able to do that, because that is stored into the uh, uh, database, flight plan database. Solution domain classes that represent application concept can be traced back to the application domain. We can trace back to the application domain, though it is some difficult, but we will trace which flight is where and which flight when will come onto the airport. All we will control from here, from the solution domain, means from the database. We can find that information, we can trace that. Moreover, these classes can be encapsulated into the subsystem independent of the implementation concept. For implementation, we have to make that classes into the independent. This application domain as well as system domain. Similarly, we have make here a summary display, map display, flight plan database, traffic control, like a subsystems. We have to make that into subsystems. So example, interface of database technology and the back package into the reusable toolkits of the domain classes. On the other hand, using single notation can introduce confusion because it removes the distinctions between the real word and the model of it. Suppose we just use a single notation to represent, that will be make some confusion. You see, suppose this information will not understand easily to the client, because suppose we use just a single notation to represent the big problem or confusing problem, then to solve that confusion we have to use many notation. By using a single notation it is difficult, because actually in real world that is difficult, and representing the model is difficult. You see, this is flight, this is flight, this is the model of flight, you know. What is this? Is it visible to you? Is this person visible to you?
Yes, sir.
These are the persons, okay, we shown with the help of a model, but actually in real world what is he doing is not easy to show. What will be task he is performing. We are not able to explain all the information with the model if we use just single notation, where it is seated and what he is doing. Or suppose we take the example of this flight, then how much persons are there into the flight or seats are available into this flight. Hmm? How the interior of this flight, we will not show with the prototype model, with the single notation. So that is the difficulty. To distinguish real world and the actual model, it is difficult by using a single notation. The solution domain is bounded to be simpler and biased towards the solution. So the solution domain is bounded to the simpler and biased toward the solution. Means we are the bounded, just providing for the solution, not other than that. Suppose actual problem is what, to provide a solution, for that we are bounded, we cannot provide the very difficult or the vast information to that problem. Suppose we ask a single means 2 plus 2 what, then we have to provide just 4 solution of that. Means uh, we have to give only the solution, not we have to make the bias to that. To the address this issue, we use a single notation, and in case of ambiguity, we distinguish between the two domains. For this problem, we use a single domain, means for avoid the confusion, we use a single notation, as well as if there is problem, then we will compare, we will make the difference in between solution domain and application domain, so that will be easy. The most cases we are referring to the model. Example, aircraft is associated with the flight plan, is a statement about the model. Means aircraft is flight, its flight is it is the example of model, referring model concept. Object oriented modeling, is it understanding to you? Object oriented modeling, there are solution domain and application domain. We are oriented with the solution domain as well as application domain. For providing solution to the application domain, we have to use object oriented concept, so that we will be minimize the confusion into that. Means what which information we require, just we will take that information, and other information we will not use into that. That is the object oriented. We can also reuse the objects which we have already designed into, suppose one software, that we can take into the other software. Is there any problem, any doubt into this object oriented? The next one is the falsification and prototyping. A model is a simplification of reality, in the sense that irrelevant details are ignored. Relevant detail, however, need to be represented. Means model is a simplification for realities, since that irrelevant detail are ignored. In model, you see this is the model of a flight. Just relevant detail are shown here and irrelevant is not shown. You see, this is the wing of this flight, okay, but just only one wings is visible to us, not other side's wings is visible to us. Then, but we can understand that this is the flight. Why another part is not shown? To avoid the confusion, it will be make confusion if all the details is shown into this model. So avoid that, just required information is given. This is not a true, this is the falsified. Suppose this model, this flight is with one wing, then it will not work. It is visible just from our side, there is only the one wing. Uh, Falsification, this point is taken from the Proper's book, which is published in 1992, is the process of demonstrating that relevant detail have been incorrectly represented or not represented at all. That is, the model does not correspond to the reality is supposed to represent. That is the falsification. Suppose we are demonstrating the problem. Just a minute, I am getting a call. Hello. हा. हो. काय होतं पटकनचं? बरं ठीक आहे, मी कॉल करतो नंतर. ओके ओके. Sorry for disturbance. We are at falsification. Falsification, you see this flight. All the component of this flight is not visible to us. But this is the flight. We can show this is the flight, actual flight. This is the falsification. Means we are hiding some information. We are not showing all detailed information into the model. Only the just necessary information we have to show. That is the falsification. You see, only by one wings flight will not fly. This is the truth, but we are hiding this truth. Okay. The process of falsification is well known in other sciences. A researcher propose different model of reality which are gradually accepted as an increasing amount of data support the model, then rejected once a counter example is found. You see, there are many applications given into the science. After some days we found that are the wrong, but though that we know that are wrong, but till date we are giving the example of that models. That is the falsification. Means for understanding the proper concept, to understanding the truth, we have to also tell to the client as well as anyone about the false things. That is the falsification. Suppose you want to tell to your friend something, but he will not understand. If you tell him something wrong, then he will be able to make difference in two things, which is wrong and which is true things. Near the end of the 18th century, for example, it was discovered that the orbit of the planet Mercury did not exactly match the orbit predicted by the Newton's theory of gravity. You know orbit? In orbit there are planets like Mercury. You know Mercury? You seen Mercury planet? That is revolving into the orbit. But according to the Newton's theory, did not exactly match the orbit predicted by the Newton's theory. But later, Einstein general theory of relativity predict a slightly different orbit than the better match the result. In the other word, Newton's theory was falsified in favor of Einstein. Einstein explained similar kind of theory, but that was somewhat related to the orbit, which predicted by the Einsteins. Mercury was revolving into the orbit that was more accurate than the Newton's theory. But note, however, that we still use the Newton's theory for practical application of the Earth because the differences predicted by the both theory are smaller in this situation, and the Newton's theory is much simpler because of the differences predicted by both theories are small in this situation, and Newton's theory is simpler. So we are till date we are using for practical purpose for explanation the Newton's theory, though that is falsified, though that is false, that is wrong, but we are using that. That is the falsification. In other words, the detail ignored by the Newton's theory are not relevant for the scale we are accommodated to. There are many theories of Newton's, and from that some of the wrongs, but till date we are taking that examples. This theory? Do you know Newton's theory? Do you know Einstein's theory of relativity?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A similar kind of example we can take. The light theory of Newton's. In 12th standard, we already studied the Heisenberg wave theories and Newton's corpuscle theory. In physics, do you know that? In that theory, Newton said light consists of the photon, and when light on, the photons emit from the light. Photons means the small particle of light emits from the light. This was the theory of Newton's. This is the theory of Newton's. Okay, but after some day, Heisenberg introduced new theory. Light consists of the waves, and from there not any new corpuscle come out. If that is true, according to the Newton's theory, then after some day our light will be vanish, destroy, loss, because if suppose the Newton corpuscle come from the light one by one, after one day all the corpuscle will be empty at light position. But that theory till we are studying, and Huygens said the light consists of wave, the different wavelengths. When wavelength entered into our eyes, we get the sensation of color according to the length of the wavelength. Do you know that? Do you know this theory? Heisenberg and Newton's corpuscle theory. Are you remembering?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There, the Newton's theory was wrong, but we are using that. That is the falsification. Is it understanding? Falsification means though the concept is wrong, but till we are explaining that, we are telling to the someone for what? For understanding purpose only. Because suppose there is Einstein's theory somewhat similar to the Newton's theory, and Newton's theory is a little bit easy to explain, so that is the falsification. We can apply falsification to software system development as well. We can also this falsification technique into our software development activity. For example, a technique for developing a system is prototyping. A technique for developing system is prototyping. When designing the user interface, developer construct a prototype that only simulate the user interface of a system. Means we just make a model of software, and that we try to simulate. That is the prototype model. The Android development tools. I think someone of you seen that. There is a emulator. The look of that is similar of a mobile phone. That is the model. Prototype. We can simulate. We can find the working of software into the simulation, how software will work, that we can find. The prototype is then presented a potential user for evaluation, that is falsification, and modified subsequently. In the first iteration of this process, developers are like to throw away an initial prototype as a result of the feedback from the users. To take the feedback from users for the software, we will be able to find out the errors with feedback from users in the prototype model, and that is easy to us. We will save there our time, we will save there our money, we will save there to design a actual model if we design the prototype model. In other terms, user falsify the initial prototype, a model of the future system, because it does not accurately represent relevant detail. Note that this is only possible to demonstrate that a model is incorrect. We can able to find out the model is correct or not. In demonstration, it is possible into the prototype model. Although in some cases it is possible to throw mathematically that two models are equivalent, it is not possible to show that either of them correctly represent reality. Sometimes this is happen. In model, we cannot accurately represent all the relevant detail information. For example, formal verification technique can enable developer to show that a specific software implementation is consist with a formal specification. However, only the field test and the extended use can indicate that a system meet the need of the client. At any time, system model can be falsified due to the change in the requirement, in the implementation technology, or in the environment. You see, sometime what we can do, we show our implemented model. Suppose our client required application similar to the message box. He want to send the message from their mobile phone to their client. This type of software, suppose clients required. Okay, and we don't have the software similar, but we have another type of software for sending the message. That software we can show to our client, but that is different things. It client requires similar type of software, not same and similar. That is the difference. Okay, uh, suppose we have one software. In that software there are some errors, but we will tell to the client, we will develop a software like this software which we are showing to you, but this problem will not be there. We will change this point, and we will give better software than this. Like this we will explain to the client. That is also the falsification. For example, formal verification technique can be enable developer to show that a specific software implementation is consistent with formal specification. However, only the field testing and extended use can indicate that the system meet the needs of the client. What are the client's requirement? What is the specification? With a formal verification with the model, we will be understand that, and we will be make a very good software if we use this technique, modeling technique, prototyping technique. Do you know prototypes? Do you know
Yes,
prototype?
sir.
Prototype means the demo kit. That is not an actual model. Okay, by using that prototype, some of the feature will not work into that prototype, but the concept of the client we can understand, and concept of our software we can show with the help of prototype to the client. These are the advantages, and this is we are learning into this falsification and prototyping. Is there any question, any doubt on this falsification and prototyping? Falsification
No, sir.
means telling something, though that concept is wrong, but we will explain that. That is the falsification, because this is somewhat relevant to the concept. And prototyping is the demo, is the kit, not actually model, just the design. Like this, you see, this is the prototype model. This is not actual flight. This is the model. This is the prototype model. This is also the prototype model of what? What is this? This is the server. Okay, these are the persons seated on the chair. We can showing that, we are showing this with the help of model, prototype. Okay, now suppose we can say this is the what is this? What is this?
Car, sir.
Yes, this is the car, means this is a falsified or prototype of a car. This is not actually car. To show our software's work, we can show with the help of a prototype. We can show the prototype model of the software as well as hardware, and we can use some falsification to understanding purpose, easily understanding purpose, because suppose that are near or related to the real concept, then that we can use. That is the falsification. If you have any doubt on this object oriented model, falsification, prototype, you can ask me question. Bhakti, do you have any problem on falsification, prototype?
No, sir.
Jyoti,
No, sir.
Mayuri, आहे का? Padmashri,
Yes, sir.
do you have any problem on falsification and prototype?
No, sir.
Rahul,
Yes, sir.
काय गाणे ऐकतो का लेक्चर करतो?
नाही, sir.
Do you have any problem?
नाही, sir.
Sheetal,
Yes, sir.
do you have any question on this?
No, sir.
Falsification, prototype, object-oriented object-oriented concept modeling, views, message, event class. Shubhangi, do you have any questions, Shubhangi? Suraj,
No, sir.
Swati,
Yes, sir.
do you have any question, any problem, any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
Swati, Sononi,
Yes, sir.
falsification. Do you know falsification?
Yes, sir.
Do you know prototype?
Yes, sir.
No. Then we are going to stop here. If you have any doubt, any question on the falsification, object-oriented modeling, prototype, event class, event and messages, you can ask me question. In today's lecture, we discuss about event class, event, messages, object-oriented model, in that solution domain and application domain, and lastly we discuss on falsification and prototype. If you have any question, any doubt, you can ask. No question. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. You can join another lecture.
Thank you, sir.